Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today, I'm here to do your reading for the month of May. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit today. Let's jump right in. I actually have some pre-shuffled oracle messages that I've been sitting with for the last day. There's a lot that you're realizing this month. It's coupled with your views of your career and also your purpose. Let's get started. Thank you for tuning in. I'm excited to bring you these messages today, and I appreciate all of your support. The first card comes by way of the Keepers of the Light Oracle. It's the Divine Director. It's about intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. The Divine Director is a facet of the heart of the Creator who works with your guardian angels. Right now, right, especially for the month of May, your divine purpose on earth is to remember to love and to do what makes you happy, Leo, okay? Whatever you're facing, I want you to remember that for the month of May, okay? Divine intervention is occurring for you for the month of May, and it has a lot to do with the learning curve of your soul, okay? And also to know that your career can complement your purpose, but not define it, all right? Words of wisdom that the Divine Director is bringing to you for the month of May. The next one is from the Sacred Forest Oracle. I didn't want to get that wrong because I'm doing the Sacred Earth Oracle at the end. This is the card of the Aspen Spirit. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. The aspens and the woods here with this beautiful castle. You could be really working on building, even finding a home, building a home. You could even be working in some capacity around real estate. The Aspen Spirit is about courage. This card brings a message of courage, protection, community, and the ability to face obstacles, right? And to overcome them. With fearlessness, you might be taking some pretty big risks. Aspen is a beautiful teacher, right? Of being courageous. It carries a message of strength whenever you're facing any kind of adversity, especially when it comes to the unknown. This is the card of the inner spiritual warrior. And this spiritual warrior is calling you to step forward, all right? So you can face any challenges or blockages in life. So these two go hand in hand. You're learning a lot about your own happiness and fulfillment. And you're also removing some important blocks around your purpose, around your career, and finding more balance as the month continues. All right. But a really strong message of being fearless, Leo. You could be stepping up and doing something you never thought you'd do this month. You're going to go to open mic poetry night. You know, you're going to launch that business. You're going to skydive. Whatever it is, it's going to be quite an interesting experience. You know, that whole question, if I wasn't afraid, I would ... So, I love it. What are the current energies, Spirit, for Leo? Current energies. Ooh, we have the Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups, crossed by the Three of Cups. We'll start there. Whew. You could be weeding out, getting clarity on your community, friendship circle. There's also this celebration. You could be planning a party or planning something this month around a community of people. I'm getting a happy vibe. I think there's some confusion that's going on within this community. We're going to clarify what's going on here shortly, but overall, there's, the Seven of Cups is trying to decide where to invest your energy. You could be weeding through certain friendships this month and deciding, I'm pulling away from certain people and going toward other people. There could be some major shifts in your friendships. I didn't mean to do that. Major shifts in your friendships. There might be some illusionary aspect too around friends that you want more clarity around people who are really there to support you and who aren't. You don't want to waste your time with anyone in your life. I feel like if you're trying to increase your social activity this month, you're being very selective over who you spend your time with. The challenge is you're stressed about something. There's some anxiety going on. this month, something that's on your mind. We'll get into that in a moment. The recent past, trying to overcome a little bit of discontent. There's an offer being handed to you, but you might not be seeing it. In the recent past, you might have not even realized there was something that was disappointing you. You've had a lot on your mind in the past and currently. We'll see what the issue is. Oh, now I see. Your opportunity, you're wrapping up a major cycle with the world. Wrapping up that hero's journey. Oh, I just saw her boobies. The hero's journey, where you've learned quite a bit of lessons. You could be stepping into a brand new chapter in your career, a brand new chapter in a community setting. I feel like you have these intentions, but there's this frustration. Ooh, the High Priestess, being guided by your intuition. Moving forward, we'll see what she has to say to you. Ooh, Justice. A wrong being made right. I'm getting that. A wrong being made right. Whatever that means to you, Leo. We'll go deeper here in a moment. And the hidden truth is change is happening slowly. You know, it's a practical energy, the Knight of Pentacles. It's a sure thing. Whatever you're working on, it's going to work out. But it's a matter of taking your time, paying attention to the details. You could have this could be one of those things where when it comes to your success and finding balance and learning, it's taken time. It's not like an overnight success kind of vibe that I'm getting here. So there's some frustrations along the way. Let's go into Justice. King of Swords, Page of Swords. You could be making some really important decisions. Those are a lot of mental activity going on. New ideas, new investments, new directions. You're moving from one phase of your life into another. Let's see. Justice. Ooh, a lot of Libra energy. Queen of Swords with the Justice, the Magician, and the Judgment. Wow. Interesting. Judgment and Justice. Some of you actually had some legal matters and judgments that went in your favor, and you had to be quite strategic working through it. Some of you decided to go towards law as a profession. There's something around karmic justice as well, and things coming back into balance, manifesting. You could have felt judged by another, or you were judging another. But whatever happened here, things came back into divine balance. This divine director. I feel like you're seeing a evolution here around things playing out in your life in your favor, but unexpectedly so. I feel like there's a very strong hand of God in this reading for you, Leo. You could have felt like you were not being treated fairly in a group setting. And something's going to happen this month where it's going to come back around. Apologies will be made. Judgments, will be reckoned with. Like if anyone in your family was hard on you, this might be your family as well, where they're having a change of heart. They're learning and growing. If this has to do with your career, you're making critical decisions this month around what's going to make you happy. Overall, I'm seeing that you've manifested almost this energy of you stepping into your destiny with wisdom intact and a sense of fairness for everyone involved. You're following the path of your destiny, Leo. That much is true. Wow, that's a very powerful pairing. 3 major arcana for the month of May. Something's going to be made right this month. For a lot of you, if you felt wronged in a situation, something's going to be made right. What's this 4 of Cups? What was this disappointment in the past? Ace of Swords, the Empress, and the Strength. Wow, you're really hard on yourself. I can see that. Leo, your energy, this really finding clarity on your path, the things you want to invest in. Some of you are trying to have a family, or you're coming together in your career with other people, and you're feeling seen, valued, heard for the most part, but there was a missing element, and you could see it clearly. Interesting. Why on earth would you feel down about having clarity and fearlessness and nurturing self? It's almost like there's a disconnect between who you are and who you perceive yourself to be. The way other people see you isn't the way you see yourself. This feels like a gap in your sense of self. This could be what you're working on, closing the gap. I think you judge yourself. You're very critical of self. I mean, with the Judgment and the Queen of Swords and the Justice, it's like you've been manifesting this energy of being so hard on yourself. Perhaps that's why divine intervention is taking place. Because you're realizing that you're forgetting to put your worthiness front and center. You are capable and worthy of everything you want. I think you're starting to step into more courage, more personal power here. But it's hard for you because I think that a young age in life, you were told and not really, almost like some of you were really not nurtured. You know, and that's the thing too, the trauma that we go through in childhood. You might have had all your physical needs met, but your emotional needs weren't there. You know, they weren't encouraged. You know, you didn't have the tenderness from parents. Some of you didn't have parents around much at all. They were too busy trying to support the family in other ways. I think you've had to learn over time how to nurture yourself and how to be strong and fearless, but it has not come easy. There's a major shift going on in your own self-perception here this month, Leo. I think you're starting to realize how capable you are. Another Justice with the Moon and the card of stress. And then, wow, okay. This Nine of Swords. It's like you can't get away from it. There's something, some of you are really stressed out about something being made right that's been ongoing and you're trying to wrap things up. It's almost like, I mean, this is really coming forward. This might be very specific. It's like if you've been waiting for some sort of court legal battle, things being made right, and you're uncertain, it's like you're stressed about the resolution of a problem and the decisions that are being made, which way it's going to go. You might, I mean, a lot of you, if it's not about a court case, because we have double justice here, this is about fairness. I think there's almost like you might be in a situation where things aren't fair at work, at home, and you hide a lot of how it makes you feel. You have all this beautiful energy, but you're still disappointed. It's almost like you're even hiding your disappointment from yourself. And I think Spirit's trying to get your attention, you know? Almost looking at your own life with a feeling of fearlessness. Like really look at what's happening. What is this thing that you're stressed about? You're stressed about something this month. Queen of Cups. Oh. Okay. Wow. All right. I think some of you could be walking away. There's something going on with your social circle. The Three of Cups is your friendships, the people that you call, like your speed dial people when you need assistance. Some of you are having a really huge fallout with your friendship circle and realizing that there's been some words being said behind closed doors. You might even be around people that are very critical of you, friends that are very hard on you. And you're realizing, you know what, I don't want this in my life. This is very specific, but I'm getting that this has to do with a friendship circle and the stress and the tension and anxiety around giving to people who you aren't sure about. You've got your back turned to certain friends and you're turning towards self-love here. It's stressing you out to turn your back on these people, and that's the challenge. You don't want to. You want whatever the unfairness is. If you feel attacked by a group of people, whether they're friendships or not, you're taking a stand. You're taking a stand and you're making really important cuts. You're manifesting a resolution here. You don't want this to continue, because when you get to the Nine of Swords and the opportunity and the challenge, this is causing a great deal of anxiety for you, Leo. Some of you are deciding, I'm done with this work environment. Three of Cups is any group of people. And you know what? This goes without being said. I'm going to say it because we have the Three of Cups twice. Some of you are finding out that there might be an interference. I'm not seeing a whole lot of relationship cards here, but when I see the Three of Cups twice, there could be an aspect of some sort of third-party situation here. It doesn't mean anyone is cheating. It just means there's interference. It could be family. It could be different beliefs. It could be, two people growing apart. Whatever it is, there's an actual energy that is dividing you and another, right? Because we have the Queen of Cups here. If you are stressed about something going on and you are in a relationship, it's going to come to light this month. But I think for a lot of you, this has to do with either a work team or a friendship circle or a social setting that you've put a lot of time and energy into. But something about the way you're being treated is not fair. And you're going to be walking away from either a relationship or a work environment. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm so curious. What is this Three of Cups? We're going to clarify this. I normally don't clarify the center cards because it's oh dear. You know what? I'm not going to pull those out, but that was the Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords. I can't even reach it. And the Eight of Swords. There's been a lot of hurt. I think there's either, what could be happening? I think I know what's happening. You could be, if for those of you who are in a relationship, the person you're with is saying a lot about your relationship to their friends. And you're feeling judged, you're feeling criticized, condemned, or vice versa. You're telling your friends, and this is about, be careful who you share your private information with, all right? Be careful who you trust. I do believe there's some things that are hurting you when it comes to a connection. The Ten of Cups is this feeling of, I want to be happy, right? But the Three of Swords is a card of pain, heartache, and being trapped. Some of you could actually be trapped in a third-party situation, whether you're the third party and you're pining over someone, or you're in a relationship and you're starting to suspect something is going on. I don't like talking about this stuff because I don't want anyone to get triggered by what I'm saying, but I am seeing that there's interference. There's interfering energy in the month of May, and it could just be with people talking about you and your relationship or talking about you at work, and you're trying to put a stop to it. Divine intervention. That's why I was like, wow, this is going to be a pretty powerful month for Leo. There's some sort of divine intervention going on because it's getting messy. You had a handle on it in the past. I feel like you had some really strong major arcana energy, but you're still feeling a bit disappointed, but you were trying to get back on your feet. Now in the month of May, it seems like something is spiking yet again, this issue. It feels like it has to do with you in a love situation where you're bringing your heart, but you feel like you have to turn your back because something is hurting you and it's stressing you. All right, let's go into the High Priestess. Yeah, I was just curious about that Three of Cups, what that was about. But it's this feeling of being trapped in a situation and not knowing how to find your way out. And it's causing a great deal of anxiety. Yeah, this near future with the High Priestess. Clarifying the High Priestess, we have the King of Swords now, which we have the Queen in the overall general energy with another Four of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you need to get some space from this situation. I will say that. You're having to make important, wise decisions here using your intuition. I think that whatever's been disappointing you, you need to pull away enough to gain some clarity and find your own independence away from this situation. And also be careful what you're sharing with people. There's something around being careful. They're emphasizing strongly, don't share too much with the people around you. Yes, if you've got one or two people that you love, that you trust, and you want to get their support, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we get into that looking at everything that's wrong in a situation when it's really about standing on your own, being strong and confident and fearless, and being guided by your intuition out of the situation. You know, if you're in a constant state of disappointment around someone or a situation, you have the right to pull your energy away, to listen deeply to what your intuition is telling you here. It's almost as though you're trying to sweep a feeling under the rug again and again and again until you just can't do it anymore, because now there's so much under this rug. You walk in the room, you're like, wow, there's a lot under that rug. You can't hide it anymore. It's like this big ball underneath the rug. You're like, I can't just ignore it anymore. It's like there. And this month, I feel like you're taking whatever's under that rug, you're looking at it and you're like, you don't own me anymore. All right, let's get the Knight of Pentacles energy. I feel like you're going to overcome this situation. This is interesting to me. It's going to be different for a lot of you, but it's just, there's a thread running through this that's like, something isn't right here. Something is not right. And I think you're trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, you're investigating. This is also the card of being a detective. Like, there might be something you're seriously investigating. Gather all the facts before you make a judgment call here on what's going on. And that might be why there's a lot of gossiping going on. I feel like there's talking. And a lot of this, too, has a lot to do with you overcoming your fear around success and your own independence. Yeah, this has a lot to do with fear overcoming a connection and slowly but surely working towards happiness. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Sun. You know what? If I didn't know any better, Leo, you're really repressing parts of yourself, whether you're doing it in your home life or your career. And it's almost like this month, Spirit is giving you a huge push. And because there's something around not being happy and not feeling the love and turning your back. And it could have to do with interfering energies in a connection, whether it's someone's insecurity, jealousy that is feeding into the connection, or they're just gossipy. There's something around the integrity because of the justice. I can't help it. There's something around the integrity here, and a lot of things that have been hidden that maybe even you worry about deep down because your spidey senses are telling you something's not right here. Whatever it is, it's not right. And it's bringing up a lot of fear. And if you're in a situation that you just know something's off, this month, Spirit is compelling you, Leo, you need to focus on what makes you happy. You need to practice self-love. And it may take you some time. You may be afraid to make these changes, but change you must. It's also coming out of an illusion here. The Seven of Cups is also an illusionary kind of vibe, especially around what's going on around you. All right, let's get some advice from Spirit. This has been an interesting reading, Leo. This Queen of Cups, it's like you're going through a massive transformation here around your heart space. And you could be deciding, you know what, I love this person and I've been very patient with change, but I can't deal with this situation. We need to resolve it. I think you're going to be communicating. It's going to take some fearlessness and courage because you want to feel happiness again. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's something around heartache, heartbreak, around. It's like you know what it takes to make you happy, Leo. You do. But something is hurting you. We have 2, 3 of Swords. I think this month you're trying to heal from either a friendship fallout circle, social circle. There's some sort of group mentality, or if it's a third-party situation in love, I think you're starting to realize what's going on here. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to nurture yourself and make yourself happy and work through all this hurt that's been coming up in your friends, at work, or in your love life. It's different for all of you, but whatever it is, it has to be removed. I'm getting that. It has to be removed. This is the block. There's some sort of block. And Spirit's like giving you signs. You know what I mean? Like, it's so hard to see the truth of a situation when we have so much heart invested. And it doesn't mean that you're going to end a relationship. If you find out someone is undermining the connection, or they're having some sort of emotional affair or whatever is going on, or they're telling their friends too much stuff and they're not acting with integrity, or people at work are doing it, or your family members are doing it. It's almost like you're going to call somebody out this month and apologies are going to be made. It's going to be stressful at times, but overall you're going to be, this is so you can remove the fear. You know, this is the thing, you know in your gut something's off, and you're going to address it this month. It's going to require a lot of courage, but it's going to help you grow. What we talked about, you not being so self-critical and recognizing your value and your worth. This is what Spirit is saying. Recognize your value and your worth. Don't sacrifice yourself for another, all right? When they're not acting in integrity, or a group of people not acting in integrity, you get to put up healthy boundaries, and you get to say no, and you can be strong and fearless and independent at the end of the day, all right? The message for you for the Sacred Earth Oracle to close out this reading, this is the other deck I'm pulling from. May's going to be a wild ride, okay? You're going to have a lot of highs and lows. Try not to get overly obsessive in your mind over the situation. I think you're going to clear this out. It's like you're removing a major block in your life. And it's not going to be easy, but you're going to do it. You're going to do it successfully. But it's going to require a lot of patience, okay? This Knight of Pentacles is not going to happen overnight. This removal of fear, bringing love back into a connection, and finding the radiance of the sun again. I mean, we have the sun here twice. So, you know, you're removing what's been hidden, what is the unknown, all right? And the truth is going to prevail. This whole reading is about the truth shall always prevail, all right? Spirit's got their hand in this with the Divine Director. This last card for you is Brilliance. Brilliance. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to go here so I don't lean away from the mic. Brilliance. An underlying fear of success, new ideas threaten old ways. Positive change respects the past and the future. Put your thinking cap on and brainstorm. Step outside of conformity and well-meaning advice. Creative energy is generated through conversation and play. Be prepared for loud applause and the accompanying criticism. Experimentation recharges an interest. A sudden realization brings dramatic change. Interesting. As I pulled this before the tarot, a sudden realization brings dramatic change. This is the spiritual meaning. An inspirational thought flows into your heart and something new is born. You are focused, inspired, and intuitively guided towards success. Much is accomplished with seemingly little effort because the force of love and purpose is on your side. Your work and energy shall touch the hearts of many. Embrace your mental brilliance as part of your light. In the insight, lightning repeatedly strikes the vapor and gases present on the surface of the young earth Lightning repeatedly striking the vapor and gases present on the surface of the young earth produced amino acids, the building blocks of protein, and the fundamentals of life. Lightning literally provided the spark of all life on earth, but we are afraid of it. And for good reason, too. Lightning is many times hotter than the surface of the sun. Despite this, people and animals can be struck by lightning and survive. When lightning strikes, all right, which is just something really crazy is happening this month in the Leo collective. I have no idea, but it's for the greater good. Remember that. When lightning strikes, the surrounding air heats and expands so quickly that it creates great claps of thunder. Most lightning occurs within the clouds, but when it does ground, it can strike in the same place twice, and often strikes the same place many times over. Ideas can feel dangerous. Not everything we think up is destined for this time and place. Just like lightning, most ideas will never ground, but when they strike the right mix of elements, they can be world-changing. Once one idea strikes, it increases the chances many more will follow. Generate brilliance. You know, a lot of this too, you're removing these fears, I feel like there's some heaviness going on in your personal life, and it's affecting how you're showing up in your work life. This is the time for you to radiate your Leo energy, right? Going into the summertime with this brilliance card. I think that you don't see how capable and brilliant you are. If you're putting up with a lot of crap in your personal life, you're starting to realize how capable you are of living a life of magnetism, radiance, and it feels like this is just a bunch of it feels like you're putting up with things that you're going to realize this month that you don't need to carry anymore. This is about really saying no to the people, places, and things that don't act with integrity, that their words and actions don't align, that undermine your ability to feel free, that undermine your own brilliance. You're being called to step into your own independence, Leo, and to have courage, great courage, to make yourself happy this month. And I think that there's some sort of justice happening, some truth coming to light, you making this critical decision to actually take what's beneath the surface and look at it and talk about it and actually walk away from certain connections in your life because it's too stressful to maintain them. Anything that is undermining your ability to be happy from day to day, it's not worth the suffering, all right? It's just not worth the suffering. I can feel that you're suffering this month. And once you make these decisions and you put up these boundaries with certain individuals, I've had to cut people out of my life that I still miss dearly, and I send them love from afar, but they're just not healthy for me, right? They're in their own whirlwind. It's like being in the eye of a hurricane. You can stand there beside someone going through their own crisis, but if you stand that close, it's like the lightning. It can be exciting, that whole dramatic cycle, when you're standing beside friends that are always in chaos or a loved one that's always in chaos. But it takes something from you, right? It steals your peace because you tend to worry about that person. So some of you, this is the worry you have over someone in your life that you really, really love. And I don't know what they're doing out in the world, but it's really a cause for concern and it's causing you pain. So I'm sending you love, Leo. I think you're going to be bringing a lot of things to light. Spirit, this is divine intervention, all right? And it's going to require you to be fearless this month. You're strong enough to handle this and you're strong enough to do what has to be done, all right? Take care, Leo.